When football fans talk about the best quarterbacks of the 2010s, names like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and Drew Brees always come up. But one quarterback often gets overlooked. Russell Wilson wasn't supposed to make it. At under 6 feet tall, scouts questioned whether or not he could even play quarterback in the NFL. Instead, he became a Super Bowl champion, a 10-time Pro Bowler, and one of the league's most dangerous dual-threat quarterbacks the league has ever seen. So today, we're going to go ahead and look at Russell Wilson's incredible journey and answer one question. Just how good was Russell Wilson's prime? Russell Wilson was born in Cincinnati, Ohio, but grew up in Richmond, Virginia. From a young age, he excelled in multiple sports. Football wasn't his only talent. Wilson was also an outstanding baseball player and would eventually play both sports at the collegiate level. He got drafted by the Colorado Rockies in 2010. At Richmond's collegiate school, he started as quarterback and quickly developed a reputation for leadership, intelligence, and incredible work ethic. Even then, one criticism followed him everywhere. No matter where he went, the one thing that was talked about: his height. At just 5'11", many scouts believed he was too short to succeed at quarterback. That doubt would follow him all the way to the NFL draft. After high school, Wilson committed to NC State and immediately made an impact. As a freshman, he became the first freshman in school history to earn first-team All-ACC honors. Over 3 years with the Wolfpack, he rewrote school records and became one of the most productive quarterbacks in college football. But football wasn't his only focus. He also played baseball and even spent time in the minor leagues. His athleticism was undeniable, but after the 2010 season, Wilson transferred to Wisconsin for one final year of college football. Wilson's lone season at Wisconsin was spectacular. He set what was then the FBS single-season passer rating record and led the Badgers to a Big Ten championship and took them to the Rose Bowl. His arm talent, mobility, and decision-making were elite. Yet, despite all of that success, NFL scouts still couldn't get over the one thing: his height. As the 2012 NFL Draft approached, many teams viewed him as a backup at best. In the 2012 NFL Draft, Russell Wilson fell all the way to the third round. The Seattle Seahawks selected him with the 75th overall pick. Immediately, Wilson shocked everyone. He beat out veteran Matt Flynn for the starting job and became one of the league's biggest surprises. As a rookie, he tied the NFL rookie record for passing touchdowns and won Rookie of the Year honors. Seattle finished 11-5 that year. The Seahawks had found their franchise quarterback. In just his second NFL season, Wilson led Seattle to the Super Bowl. Waiting for them was one of the NFL's greatest offenses, the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning. Many expected a close game. Instead, Seattle dominated. The Seahawks crushed Denver 43-8, and Wilson played efficiently, throwing for 206 yards and 2 touchdowns. At just 25 years old, Russell Wilson, the 5'11 quarterback, became a Super Bowl champion. For a quarterback many believed who was too short to succeed, it was the ultimate statement. After winning the Super Bowl, Wilson continued to improve, and eventually he became much more than a game manager. He became the engine of Seattle's offense. At his peak, Wilson was one of the NFL's most efficient quarterbacks. He led the league in passer rating in 2015 and passing touchdowns in 2017. His trademark, the deep ball, became known as moonball. Few quarterbacks in NFL history have thrown a better deep pass. Defenses had to account for everything: his arm, his legs, his ability to extend plays, and more, and his knack for late-game heroics. From 2012 to 2020, Wilson earned Pro Bowl selection after Pro Bowl selection and consistently kept Seattle among the NFL's contenders. There were seasons where he carried the Seahawks offense almost entirely by himself. In 2017, Wilson accounted for the overwhelmingly majority of Seattle's offensive touchdowns and nearly dragged the team into the playoffs. Russell Wilson's best statistical year as a starting quarterback was 2020, when he set the Seattle Seahawks franchise record for passing touchdowns. He was the most efficient player in the red zone and led his team to an NFC West division title with a 12-4 record. He threw for 4,212 passing yards and a career high of 40 passing touchdowns. For nearly a decade, he was one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in football, hence the nickname he got, Danger Russ. By the end of his career, Russell Wilson's resume includes Super Bowl 48 champion, 2 Super Bowl appearances, 10 Pro Bowl selections, NFL passing touchdown leader in 2017, NFL passer rating leader in 2015, Rookie of the Year in 2012, Walter Payton Man of the Year award winner, nearly 47,000 passing yards, over 350 touchdown passes. Not bad for a quarterback many teams thought was too short to play. As much as people want to hate on him in recent years, Russell Wilson is one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks the game has ever seen. Running, scrambling, extending plays, he was a nightmare for defenses. If it weren't for him or Drew Brees, shorter guys would not get the chance that they get in the NFL today. Guys like Bryce Young and Kyler Murray would also be overlooked. So, how good was Russell Wilson's prime? The answer is simple. He wasn't just good, he was elite. Maybe not on the level of Brady, Manning, or Rodgers, but for nearly a decade, Russell Wilson was one of the NFL's most efficient, explosive, and clutch quarterbacks. A third-round pick who became a champion, a doubted prospect who became a star, and one of the greatest quarterbacks of his generation. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments, is Russell Wilson a Hall of Famer?